Hello everyone, welcome you all. In today's session, we will start our new topic. So today we are discussing about measure of overcome barriers in communication. So we start with the barriers to effective communication and its types and factors. Before we starting, I want to discuss about what is a barrier. Anything that prevents smooth sending or receiving of a message either at the sender end or receiver's end is a barrier to communication. So now let's discuss about the types of communication barriers. So let's start with the types. Communication barriers may be commonly of three types. Number first is intrapersonal communication barrier. Several factors present within us can sometimes pose a hurdle in our communication, both in sending and receiving messages. These barriers are within our own control, which means we can deal with them on our own and overcome them. Number second, internal personal communication barrier. These factors are present outside an individual's own self in the external environment between the sender and the receiver of the message and are relatively outside the individual's control. They may either be related with the other person one is communicating with, or they may be due to the individual's own shortcoming, or both. These intrapersonal communication barriers may suffer due to the various known or unknown external elements. Next one is environmental waste communication barriers. These factors lie outside the eight component of the communication cycle. They are in the surrounding or external environment where communication takes place. They may be related with the non-conducive communication climate, a physical or chronometric issue pertaining to a particular society or culture, an ethical or social concern, a technological glitch. These environmental variables may result due to various elements both within and beyond control. So let's talk about the factors. Factors that cause communication barriers are: number one, lack of planning. It is a message is communicated without planning, then the desired result may not be obtained. Therefore, one would need to plan in advance before drafting his or her message. Second one, lack of trust. The relationship between the sender and the receiver plays an important role in a communication situation. A slight lack of trust or understanding between them may cause a communication barrier. Next one is ambiguity. It refers to the difficulty of understanding or explaining something because it involves making different inferences. It is quite possible that the receiver does not correctly understand the meaning intended by the sender. An incorrect interference of other drawn because the messages yield more than one meaning. Next one, distortion. It refers to twists or changes in facts or ideas in a message such that they are not longer correct or true. Next one is implied meanings. Messages may not always convey a meaning in a straightforward manner if the socio-economic and cultural background of the sender and the receiver are not similar. Then it is possible that the latter does not uncover the implied meaning. Next one is noise. It is used to describe any information that is not wanted and that can make it difficult for important or useful information to the understood clearly. Noise is a major barrier of communication. The word noise also refers to all kind of physical interferences like illegible handwriting, blemished copy of typescripts, poor telephone connection, slow internet connection, and so on. And the last factor is time and distance. So time and distance also acts as variable to the smooth flow of communication. Use of telephones along with computer technology has made communication very fast and has to a large extent overcome the space barriers. Now talk about measures to overcome barriers in communication. Different measures that would we take to overcome communication barriers. Number one, never go unprepared. Very often the lack of preparation results either from the scarcity of relevant information about a topic or an incorrect audience analysis. Next one, give required time. In the present day life, time is always at a premium, and if the sender of the message compromised by not giving the required time for preparation or dissemination of the message, the receiver is sure to face problems. Third one is work on language competency to overcome linguistic deficiencies. Language plays an important role in any interpersonal communication where both the sender and receiver must be responsibly comfortable in the language used. Next one, avoid false assumptions. Most often communication fails because the sender of the message fails to communicate instructions well because he or she assumed that the receiver understood what they have said. But the fact could be that the receiver did not understand anything that was communicated to them or partially understood. Both situations are undesirable in the smooth communication process. And the next one is don't be overconfident. A person, sender or a receiver, thinks that he knows all about the subject. He or she runs the risk of overconfidence. This mindset because a person to be unwillingly to learn new ideas, it is the best to approach communication with humility and the willingness to learn, for it is almost impossible to know everything about any particular area. Next one, don't be apathetic. Apathy causes communication to break down because it interrupts effective learnings. It is for this reason that an apathic speaker does not relate information well and may leave out key points. Next one, don't be fearful and defensive. When a sender is fearful or defensive about the subject matter that needs to be communicated to somebody, the sender may go too far in the attempt of communication and alienate the receiver with melodramatic gesture and words. Instead of accepting the mistakes, the sender might try to justify the action or refuse to admit the mistakes altogether. Next one is don't be egocentric. It is an attitudinal barrier wherein one tends to feel that one's own idea are more important or valuable than those of the others. Next one, avoid judgmental attitude. Many communication failure occurs because the message tends to pass some sort of judgment against the receiver. Therefore, it is not received at the face value. Giving proceed. Next one, and the last one in this list, how respect towards the receiver of the message. Make sure that there is mutual respect between the sender and the receiver for a successful communication. This mutual respect allows each party to invest time in speaking or listening to the other party. I hope it is clear to you all. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.